Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? God bless everyone. Hopefully, y'all are having a wonderful, blessed day. Real talk. Hopefully, y'all having a blessed, wonderful day. Personally, I'm having a beautiful day. Like always, life is good. Life is beautiful. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. God is good. God is good. Yes, He is. He's very, very good. Can't state that enough, can we? Oh man, title of this video took me back. Trump 100, 100. My thoughts. It's just reason why I put it that way just kind of blew through it a little bit. But the reason why I say it took me back because I just thought about when Trump was actually campaigning, and he early in his campaign and where I kind of jumped on the what they call the Trump train. That's why I put on there. Took me back Trump's first 100 days. What I mean, the 100 days is just kind of current events and stuff like that. I watched him last night where he had his speech and stuff like that, and that's the part that kind of took me back of when he was doing his rallies and stuff like that, and the energy that was behind it. When you see all these people showing up in different counties, and by the thousands and thousands of people coming to this rally. But I don't. For me personally, when he came to Philadelphia, because there was a whole lot of controversy in that if he came to Philadelphia, he wouldn't get no support. And I watched the news. I literally watched the news, and they lied, and more lies. And I wanted, even prior to that, and I kept hearing them say all this other stuff, and they said about Philadelphia, if he comes to Philadelphia, he's not going to get no support. And, Philadelphia is a Democratic stronghold, and that's real talk. So early in his campaign, and when I decided I was going to vote for Trump, and they kept saying, "Oh, the Trump supporters are all racist people. They this and that and that," they just kept spewing this stuff. And when I found out that he was coming to Philadelphia, I said, "You know what? I'm definitely gonna go because this is my first opportunity to see firsthand is the Trump supporters exactly what the news media, MSNBC, and all these other outlets in the Democratic Party, are they what they're saying about them?" I already kind of had my idea about Trump, but I wanted to see the people that was voting for Trump, were they what the media was trying to paint them to be? So I went to that route. That's why I said it kind of took me back, because I remember I went up there. I didn't have nothing on that said I was a Trump supporter. I ain't had no MAGA hats on. I ain't had no MAGA shirt. I ain't had on this. I just had on regular clothes, me and my phone. Because I wanted to see what these people was going to be like. And I had a wonderful time. That's why I say it took me back. Because when I got there, I went by myself, didn't take nobody with me. Went by myself, went up there, and I got there real early because I wanted to see before everybody started going in. I had tickets to go in. I had the tickets. Unfortunately, I didn't go in there because there was just so many people. I was like, I don't want to get stuck in there, and I can't get out. But I did go. I went there to the rally. I was outside. When I got there, it was probably about 500 people. And I got there real early, like not too early, but I'm going to say he was supposed to speak at about 7 o'clock. I was there at like a little after 1 p.m. He was supposed to talk at somewhere around 7 o'clock that night, but people started lining up. And there was probably about a good 500 people there at that moment. So I'm out there and I'm videotaping a little bit, as much as I can. Not doing a whole lot, but I do have video that I was just kind of walking down, kind of get an idea how many people get an idea what it is. And I put these videos out a while back. They're still on my channel. A little while back. They're still there. I haven't taken them down, nothing. But I watched the people there, and then I turned my camera off, and I just started, communicating with people, asking questions, because I wanted to see where these people were from. Because the media also said that there was, people that came from, that Trump was bringing them in, right? Bringing them in. So I started questioning people. And being that I'm from Philadelphia, you can't lie to me and tell me that you're from Philadelphia or you from here and not know the Philadelphia. You have to know Philadelphia, and you. So I started asking people like, where you from, and where they were, are they from the neighborhood? Did they come from another community or another area, stuff like that? And the vast majority of the people that I asked was either from the very city of Philadelphia or the surrounding counties, meaning that like outside of Philadelphia, which is like Abington or something like that. They're like Cheltenham or Media. There's other towns that are like near connected to Philly, but they're like outside of Philly, but they really just right there. I mean, Lower Merion, Upper Darby, places like that. What's up, Chris Farrell? How you doing? God bless you. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. So me going to the rally, I'm like, all right, I want to see firsthand what the media, the picture that the media is painting. Like, because the media was just acting like, all the people were racist and all this. So I went out there and I started asking questions while I was in Philly. And I'm like, the first person I asked was Hispanic. He was like, oh, no, I live down here not too far from Diamond Street. I'm like, oh, okay, you got to live around. You wouldn't know where that's at. And then the other one was like, no, I live right, far, not too far from 11th Street. They was naming the streets, and they, people don't want to give you their exact address. He was like, I live at, not too far from this street, that street. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I can tell by when you're talking whether you're really from there or not. Now, they was at the rally and stuff like that. Some people was out there recording and stuff like that. So then there was a lot of people that was from the college too. So the college people, that don't mean they was literally live in Philadelphia. But there was a lot of college students there that was from Temple University. They was at the rally. And then I just kept asking questions like, who this and that and that. There was some people that was from out of town, but when I say out of town, it wasn't like far away out of town. They were from Pennsylvania, but they were just like, they probably were from towns that maybe took you between 15, 20 minutes before you were in Philly. Some of them was from New Jersey, which is right beside Philadelphia. So that's like, a given. But so for them to set the media to say on the news that, those people wasn't from Philadelphia, they lied. They literally lied. And I'm like, that's not the truth. I'm there. I'm there right now. I was there, and I watched the media after the fact, and they said this, and I'm like, they lying. They're lying in my face. I don't care. I was there. Now, I got dropped off by a family member because I didn't want to drive up there because I didn't want to, and they said they'll come back and get me when I'm ready. And they did. But I'm telling you, I was there, and I was outside. And after I got there, not long, maybe an hour after I got there, give it, take, they was pouring in and pouring in and pouring in and pouring in. Before you knew it, that whole street was that they had all of these, the pathway for the going like this up the street, it was packed. Like you couldn't see from one end to the other no more. And it was a lot of people out there. Then these motorcycle people pulled up, and they like by the hundreds. It was a lot of people there. And then they said it was only a little bit of people in that. I can tell you right now that it had to be easily 10,000 people by the time it was all said and done. I was there. I just didn't want to go inside because I didn't want to get trapped. Because I seen how many people it was. I was like, no, I don't like crowds like that. So I was like, it's too many people. I can't go inside there. I don't want to be in there. I had my ticket to go. I was able to go. I could have went right in there, no problem, whatever case may be. But it was just so many people. I was just like, nah, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna wait, get them out of here now before it's too many people and it take me a long time to get out of here. But I recorded everything outside that I could, like, not overdoing it, but enough. And I said, oh, okay, wow. I said, so, but then when I watched the news, because I wanted to see what they were going to say, they literally sat there and lied. They literally sat there and lied and said that it wasn't that many people there. Nobody support them, this and that and that. And I'm like, wow. I said, now at that point, I was just done. Like the news couldn't tell me anything anymore. I'm like, I was there. I watched y'all lie. Y'all, because y'all don't like the guy, and I get it that y'all don't like him, but don't just sit there and lie in my face. And I'm watching y'all and seeing y'all lie. So I was done. So it took me back. And then watching all of the him campaigns on the TV and stuff like that when him traveling around, and I'm like, Trump just he a different breed of animal. And I'm not saying there's nobody like him, but to be that the age that he is, man, he got a lot of energy. Like he was doing 2 rallies a day, sometimes 3, just from rally to rally. And then so when he got in office and he started working and he was up all night signing executive orders, it made sense, man. He said he don't sleep. He said you have a hard time sleeping, so that makes sense to me. I don't, it makes sense. So it's like, it took me back. It really did. And I, watching him speak and stuff like that, the man is not perfect. We know he's not perfect. But I'm looking at this stuff and all this stuff that they already accomplished. First 100 days. And I know the Democrats got pissed off when he put those illegal immigrants, those criminals, faces up on the White House lawn. When I saw it, I was like, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I was glad he did it. Yeah, troll them. I don't care what you got to do. Expose every bit of them. Because at the end of the day, they're not making, these type of people should not be here. And the Biden administration just did a number on this country. And they didn't care. They was not holding back. They was not going to stop. They was doing whatever they wanted to do, and they didn't care. So I'm good with it. And then, like I hear people still complaining, the tariffs and prices and stuff is going to go up. They don't understand something. You might be in a brief moment and a few items. That's it. It's not going to affect everything. And honestly speaking, as Americans, we should be buying more American-made stuff anyway. Because I'm going to be honest with you, some of that stuff we get from other countries is junk. It really is junk. Cheap, you get what you pay for. Cheap, junk-made stuff, and you get what you pay for. The plastic stuff is so brittle that you squeeze it too tight, it's breaking up in your hand. It don't make no sense. So for me, I watched the video, watched his speech yesterday, and it just reminded me why I voted for this guy and why I'm so glad I did. It reminded me of how passionate he is about this country. And you can hate him all you want to hate him, but everything he's doing up until this point, everything he campaigned on up until this point, after winning the election, everything that he's doing is 100% beneficial to America. We should not be getting all this stuff from China. I don't care what nobody say. They don't understand why you should not be getting all this stuff from China. We should not be getting all this food from China. You don't know what they're doing, what kind of mess it is, and some of this stuff has zero quality. Zero quality. Case in point is that when you get some of these shirts and stuff from China, wash them once or twice. The next thing you know, they're all out of shape. It was a large, now they're a medium. They don't keep its form. And this is it. But I get it. It's hard to find stuff that's made in the USA. We get it. It was hard. It got to the point where people were just like, I don't care. It's a shirt. That's what happened. They wasn't consciously looking for made in the USA because we gave all this business away to so many people that nobody cared anymore. They were just like, oh, it's a shirt. It looks like. But the quality of this stuff that we get from them is not the quality that America was known for. America was known for top quality stuff. And now all of a sudden we got so used to junk that we think it's supposed to be that way. Okay, let's say it does raise the prices of some clothes a little bit more money. But if your clothes last long, top to bottom, hair and skincare, God bless you. Welcome in, welcome in. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Appreciate you. How's everything going? Yeah, it is mind-boggling right now when I hear people complain about tariffs. In so many senses, it just tell me that you really don't understand why it has to be this way and why he has to do it this way. In order to force these companies to, number one, bring these jobs over here, you got to make it cheaper to do it here than to do it over there. That is not beneficial. That right there is beneficial to every working citizen in America. That opens up more jobs right here in America for better paying jobs right here in America. So what, you got to pay a little bit more money for it. But that's putting more work and more job opportunities for American citizens. That should matter more. Okay, if I pay a little bit more money for it, but to keep American citizens working, I'm good with that. I 100% understand that. But the reality of it is that if we produce it and we buying enough of it, and we doing it fast enough and we buying enough of it, and then we're selling it to other countries like they sell it to us, 9 times out of 10 that price gonna come down anyway. And that's real talk. Because here's the thing what people don't realize, and I'm gonna use cell phones as an example. Cell phone plans. For us who had cell phones for years, we know that the cost of a cell phone the cell phone plan have actually dropped down. It is not as high, and you get way more for the money that you spend for your cell phone plan. See, we came up in the era when it was, don't call me until after 9 o'clock era, because you only had cell phone minutes. I mean, you had a certain amount of minutes before they start charging you more money if you keep using that phone within those cell phone minutes. Before you know it, you done ran up a ridiculous cell phone bill because people decide to call you before 9 o'clock. Nights and weekends, don't call me on no prime time hours with that Monday to Friday. You know, but I think it was like 6 a.m., something like that, to like 9 p.m. Don't call me then. That's for emergencies only. If you want to have a long conversation, call me on nights and weekends. That's it. Because ain't nobody trying to pay them high cell phone bills. But eventually, other competition came in, found a cheaper way to do it. Now you got all of these different cell phone companies. They competing with each other. This is what you want. And who benefit from that? Everyday citizens, because we have a self-correcting system. Now you got Verizon, you got AT&T, you got Metro, you got Cricket, you got all these cell phone companies. And now cell phone companies, in order to compete with each other, they found a cheaper way to provide you with cell phone service. And you don't have to worry about nights, and you don't have to worry about weekends. And now most people's cell phone bills are probably half of what they used to be, and you're getting more. That's how we're supposed to be. That's why we have a self-correcting system. You're supposed to compete. The minute everybody else had to rely on one person for their product or for their services, that person had 100% control over the cost and how you get it and how much of it you get. So for us to be getting sold, I'm just using clothes as an example. Let's just say all of our clothing is made in China. All right, so China controls the vast majority of the clothes that we get made over here. They're going to control the price of it no matter what. That's where it becomes a problem. So we need to do a lot of this stuff right here at home so we're not at the mercy of all these other countries. The other thing we need to do at home so we can provide jobs for people right here at home, not all these other countries. It just doesn't make sense. Why anybody would be okay with that? Why would anybody be okay with that? And that's why I'm so glad he's doing this, because this was long overdue. This was long overdue. But watching him talk last night, watching his speech last night, helped me to understand, reminded me of why he was what he was campaigning on, and why I voted for him, why my team voted for him. And you know, and for a lot of people that follow my channel and that's on my channel and stuff like that, we support it. It was a great speech. It really was. It really was. And it was a reminder of why we voted for him. And I'm glad he did it. I'm glad he made the speech, because it kind of took, like I said, for me, it took me back. Like, wow, you know, it almost made me forget why we voted for him, because everything started moving. When he got in office, everything just started moving fast. Everything just started ridiculously moving fast. And I was just like, wow, everything, you know, but it was great to watch him speak, you know what I mean, and see him get up there and, you know, talk this stuff. And my thing is this, is that, like, all right, again, top to bottom, hair and skincare, small company, but they make their product right here in America. That is American-made business. And I said this before, and I put emphasis on this, is that for people that be on my live, if you're on this live, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button. But I say that because top to bottom, hair and skincare is American-made business. They make their product here. They make good, very, very, very good product. I mean, and if you a person on this live and if you want to support American-made businesses, there you go. Is one they always have. If you're not sure of their website, go to top to bottom hair and skincare. Their YouTube page. They got the link to how to get to their website and their product and stuff on there. They make candles. They make good product. I just got my delivery today of my second order from them. So my thing is just support that. There is a business right there that you can support. And you know, like I said, this is my second. I actually made my second purchase of the product that they had, and I opened up the box. Just so y'all know, open the box up, and their stuff smells good. Like, it smelled like, before I even get to the point of using it, the smell would be like. So as soon as I opened up the box up, the scent hit me. I was like, man, this stuff smells good. And I was like, man, you know, but I got skincare stuff from them and I got hair care stuff from them. And both of the things that I've so far I've I'm very happy with the product. So there is a company, American-made company right there that anyone and everyone should support. If you need skincare, hair care, if you go look at their page and you go look at their videos, you'll know exactly what it is that they do with their product. And they're very, very, very careful of how they handle the stuff. So in my opinion, you can't get, like, honestly, if you go to their page and you go look at their product, right? And you go look at the videos that they were doing, and then they're showing you what they're actually doing. Like they're showing you what they did, the process of making some of the stuff, not everything, but most of the stuff. So if you go to somebody's page and they're showing you what they're doing and how much care and concern they take for the product that they sell you, why wouldn't you want to support that? I mean, I'm not saying y'all don't, but I'm just saying that's the type of business you want to support. And it's American made. They're American made company. They're a starter company. They're a young company. But believe me when I tell you, I use their product. They don't pay me to say this stuff. They don't ask me to say this stuff at the time. 99.999% of the time, they don't even know I'm going to say it. I just, because I've had purchased a product. I like what I've already purchased, and I appreciate the product. And I bought more stuff because I have some new stuff that they made, and I wanted to see what that, and I wanted to try it out. And then, I haven't tried it out yet. I came home, picked my products up, opened it up, smelled it, smelled great. But I actually haven't product. But look, you don't believe me? Look, I'm show y'all. Because I brought the box with me. Well, the other thing ain't mine, but this is just, I wanted the soap because I wanted to see what it smelled like. See, I already smell it. So y'all hating right now because y'all can't smell what I smell. I ain't even open. I just opened the box up and the smell already hit me in my face. But I got soap. Look at that, haters. Look at that, soap. Look at that. Don't hate. I can't wait to try that out. That's it's the I forget. I don't know why I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but it's the top to bottom. What's the name of that soap I got? Do you remember? Oh, you know what? I can look at the packing slip. What do I do with the packing slip? Oh, it's right here. Yeah, shampoo bar. That's what it was. I could have looked at the packing slip. And then I didn't get this. Somebody else got the fragrance body oil because they wanted to test another one, but they got one and they liked that one. So they wanted to try something different, I guess. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, soap nut shampoo bar. Yeah, so I'm gonna try that out next. But like I said, so far, if there is something you want, a business, American made business you want to support, there you go. And like I said, and I've tried that product. I mean, and I'm 100% satisfied with the product that I get. You know what I mean? And honestly, I got the skin stuff on. I don't know why I can't think names and stuff. I would have to go get it, but it's coconut, and I can still smell it on me. And I put this on earlier today, and I still smell it on my skin. The coconut, it's like coconut something, but I got that from my skin. But I can still smell it on my skin, and I can still feel it on my skin. So their product is they put a lot into it. I can tell you right now, they put a lot into it. But with that said, let's get back into why I got on this live. Again, it took me back. It really did. It took me back to what he campaigned on. And if you look at Trump's campaign and what he ran on, a lot of people, they act like they surprised. Yeah, the coconut butter cluster. Okay, there goes. If you want, all right, let me click that. All right, let me click this. All right, I got that from them. I got that from them. And I got some and I want a candle, whatever, but I definitely got to eventually get my candles. But yeah, and like I said, that's what we're supposed to. This is what we're going to do. We need to support American made business. Real talk. And like I said, if you watch Trump's campaign, real talk. If you ever watch Trump's campaign and you watch what he campaigned on, and you look at what he has done in the first 100 days, he has actually done what he's campaigned on. And I don't think I've ever seen that in a politician. Ever. Like literally, first 100 days, a politician going into office. Because usually what happens when, man, I can still smell it. Oh my God, this thing smells so good. I'm sorry, y'all. But the smell smells so good, it just kind of distracted me. But usually when someone campaigns on something, they don't they never sit there. Once they get in office, they forget everything they campaigned on. Kid you not. Oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this, and then they get in office like, well, wow, what happened? Out the pit. God bless you, brother. God bless you. Welcome in. Hopefully all is well. God bless you, brother. If you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. But yeah, it's like to watch the president, or I'm gonna just say any politician, Trump, but I'm gonna say any politician, to actually do what they campaigned on. I don't think I've ever seen this, and I'm being real. I don't think I've ever seen a president go right into office and just immediately go to work doing exactly what they campaigned on. Real talk. Now, here's the thing. He said he wanted to close that border. And all the 4 years the Democratic Party been in there and Biden been in there, they said, oh, we need Congress to act. We need Congress. They said this 1,000 times. You can't count how many times they say, oh, we need to write a bill and we need Congress to act. As soon as Trump got in office, boom, bang, bang, border closed. Illegals are getting up out of here. Congress, what did Congress do? Now, here's the thing. The media, all of them outlets and stuff, all of them kept saying this stuff. And like Trump said, find out all we need was a new president. Because he did this before. He was doing it the first time. And this is why I do not listen to CNN. I listen to them not for facts. Just to see what they lying about this time. That's it. ABC, CBS, MSNBC, all of these new outlets, I do not listen to them for the sake of looking for facts. I just want to see how much bullcrap they're going to spew this time. That's it. Because at this point, they don't even care. They do not care about how much they lie about anything. Out the Pit, God bless you. God bless you. If you're on this live, please check out my brother Out the Pit channel if you haven't already followed him. I know some of the people here already followed him. But if you're on this channel, please give my man a shout, give my man a follow, along with Top to Bottom hair and skincare. If you definitely looking for skincare, hair care stuff, please follow her channel. You can get access to her website through her channel and link Out the Pit. He got some very good he got very good content. He's in the growing stage of his channel. Him and his buddy is very funny. They funny. Like I'll be on there. They bring out the kid in me when I'm on them, even though they grown men. But they bring out the kid on me. So if I'm on their live, I'm going over there to misbehave. Real talk. Billy, my brother, how you doing? God bless you. God bless you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hopefully all is well, man. Glad to see you okay on this live. God bless you. God bless you. Hope it's not too hot for you out there, brother. My man 47. How you doing, brother? God bless you. God bless you. He's another one loyal to the channel. Please give him a follow if you haven't already. If you haven't already, please give him a follow. Please, please. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Real talk. How you doing out there, man? I hope you out there and being safe, man. Hey, you know what, 47? I hope you still on this live because this is hilarious. Wait, this is hilarious. The last time we was on the live, and we were talking about hold on 1 second. All right. Wait a minute. All right. I appreciate you too, man. Really do appreciate you. Check this out. 47, man. Listen. The last time we was on the live, right? And I was talking about when I was working in a warehouse and I used to have all these foreigners and I could not understand nothing they said. They was getting lost all the time. You couldn't figure out where they was at. And these tractor trailer drivers. And we were talking about this. And I'm like, they don't know where they're going. They lost all the time. I'm on the phone with their dispatch. They don't have paperwork. They don't know what they're supposed to pick up. Like when I say it was a nightmare, a lot of times it was a nightmare. Now this is something I did not know, 47, and I don't even know if you knew, but I did not know. I think the very next day, maybe the very next day or 2 days later, Trump signs executive order and say you have to know how to speak English fluently in order to be a tractor trailer driver. I was like, wait a minute, wait. What did you heard in our conversation? When did they start this? I kid you not. I had no idea that was coming. That's real talk. I did not know. I know we were talking about it, and we were talking about, how it's affecting the truck drivers and stuff. But I did not know that they were actually in the process of making it mandatory that you had to speak English fluently. It was like, I did not know that was happening. All right, what do you mean Send me to a conversational, bro. I don't know if you might be driving while you're talking, so I know your spell, John. Your word be saying wait, be doing weird stuff. Billy out the pit said, "What's up, Billy?" All right. Yeah, I did not know that was gonna happen. I kid y'all not. If y'all on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I did not know that was gonna happen, and I'm not kidding y'all. When I turned around, I was like, wait. When that come? Did he hear our conversation or something? Did he hear me and Billy talk about? I mean, on that live, we were talking about it. I'm like, yo, this is crazy, because I did not know that was gonna happen. Yeah, I know, bro. It's cool. We already know. You already cleared that up for us last. But yeah, it was like when he heard our conversation, I kid y'all not, I was like, there's no way he knew this. Like I know it was a problem, but I never voiced when I was dealing with that. It used to drive me nuts. Like, man, why you keep hiring all these foreigners? They can't drive. It take them 45 minutes to pull into the docks. It was just a nightmare. And then when they get there, I'm like, where you supposed to be? I can't count how many times they pulled into the dock. They weren't supposed to be at my building. They was looking for a whole nother company. It was just crazy. So, yeah, I get it. I mean, I'm glad he did it. Don't get me wrong. I'm 100% glad he made it mandatory that you had to speak English fluently, because that was ridiculous. We should not have drivers. I mean, you know what, Billy, you're absolutely right. I'm gonna go with what you said. I'm gonna go with what you said, because this is it. Don't. I was sitting there like, wait a minute, man. I mean, I know we laughing about it and joking about it, but to watch what he did, and it's for him to do that, and that goes. Listen, you can't be. Hold up 1 second. Out the pit, I said the same thing, bro. I said this. We used to say this all the time. How you even get one? How was you able, if you can't read English and you can't read where you're supposed to be at, how did you even pass the test? That's my point. But I know out the pit, honestly speaking, a lot of them didn't even have CDLs. They were just out there driving and getting away with it. Somehow or another, they was getting away with it. I don't know how, but they was. Because we had one that was at one of the places I worked at. He came, I guess the state troopers pulled up and came into the complex. He took off. Left the trailer and everything right there. So we knew what that was about. He took off. Hold up. Yeah, that don't even make sense. And I'm with Trump on that 100%. Like, we should not have tractor trailer drivers, people with their CDL, commercial driver license, that do not know how to speak English. I'm glad he did this. I'm 100% glad that he did that. Real talk. That didn't even make sense to me. But I just laughed about it because I'm like, wait a minute. When did they start this? But I'm glad he did it, because it was a problem. It's a real problem. It's a real problem. And, God bless the truck drivers out there, man, that's actually doing the job and doing it right. Yeah, I think so too. But my thing, and you know what, Billy, they might have took this step, but here's the thing. I've had Russian drivers like that, and I'm not even going to say Spanish. I've had a lot of different races. I mean, different people from different countries driving tractor trailers, and they don't speak English. But I could tell by the accent that they wasn't all like they was Spanish. They was Mexican. They was Russian. They was Chinese. They was different people representing different countries. And I'm like, how did you get a CDL and you able to drive a tractor trailer and you don't even know how to read it? They don't even know how to read a GPS. I'm telling you, I've never seen nothing like this in my life. The whole time I was working and dealing with this stuff, it was crazy. Mike in the building. What's up, brother? How you doing? God bless you. God bless you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hopefully all is well. Hopefully all is well with you. Real talk, real talk. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I'm proud of my president. I'm dead serious. But this goes to show you that with Trump, outside of any politician, how in tune he is with the everyday citizen. Because you don't hear these other politicians once they get into politics talking like a normal person. You have to actually have a normal behavior. You have to actually have a normal behavior to know a lot of this stuff that's going on. Because these, like something like speaking English, that tells you how much Trump pay attention to the everyday what's going on around the world, stuff, everyday workers, citizens, and stuff like that. Kind of what Billy was saying. I mean, you have to be in tune with that stuff or have people around you that's letting you know this type of stuff so you be in tune. Because Trump, unlike all these other politicians, he speaks to the everyday citizen. The working class, he speaks to them. The way he talk, everything he says, he speaks to them. He don't come off like he a tyrant or come off all this political conversation. And that's why I know you got to be proud of this president. I'm dead serious. You got to be happy to have what we got right now. I'm dead serious because he's normal, common sense, stuff that just makes sense. Everybody says it. We all say it, but he's actually doing what common sense things that should have been done a long time ago. Oh, yeah, I agree, Billy. I agree. What's up, Jay? What's up, Jay? How you doing? God bless you. God bless you. What's up, brother? Billy, you absolutely 100% correct. And honestly, when we was on the live with 47, we was talking. He actually made that point too. That because they flood the market, it's hard to compete because you got to take these you getting lowballed all the time. You getting lowballed. Now here's the thing. I know it because I used to set up the shipping. I used to set up a lot of the shipping. I used to do all the bill of ladings. I used to do all of the, I mean, it's been a while. Some of the stuff I don't like remember name wise, but I used to do all the stuff. Packing the trucks, making sure everything is itemized, accounted for, all that stuff. Weighing it, weighing all the skids and making sure that it's shipped. If it was a container, we made sure we put the seals on the container and shipped it where it was going. If it was going overseas and stuff like that, we've sent stuff to all types of foreign countries. So I have a good idea of what's going on out there. And I'm telling you right now, I agree with you. I know. You're absolutely right, Billy. It was killing the market. And my thing is this, is that in this country, you should be able to make, as a truck driver, you should be making good money. And you should not have to compete with illegal immigrants to make a living over here. That's why I'm glad they're packing them up and I'm glad they're shipping them out of here. And I don't feel no kind of way about it, but happy. And I love the fact that Trump was being petty when he put those people on that lawn and he was putting those signs up there, all these illegal immigrants. I love it. That's right. Expose them and let the hypocritical Democratic Party get mad all they want to. I do not care. Oh, okay, Jay. You supposed to. I mean, you probably see something that we don't see, but I'm just going by my personal experience of. You're right. I feel you, Billy. I feel you. It was so embarrassing to have that man as a president. I'm dead serious. I'm so glad to see Biden out there, and I gotta give Trump credit. I really not. And to stay in this fight and dealing with everything that he was dealing with is weird. It's crazy. It's crazy. Jay, I would love to get your take on that. Yeah, I agree with me. I'm with that. I'm with it. They got to go. Oh, yeah, I agree with that part, Jay. I mean, I was trying to figure out we would I don't know, I know you're just getting in there, but I don't know if you we were talking about um I was making emphasis about the people that can't speak English and stuff like that. And some of this stuff, it's crazy because a lot of these people. Oh, okay, cool, yeah. And my thing is just is that. Yeah, I get that part, Jay. I get that, but like with me, if it's one thing you don't know how to speak English. If you speak English, that's cool. And you speak English, that's cool. But when you lost, and I can't explain to you where you need to go, and I gotta waste all of my time to try to fix where you going, you don't know where you at, you don't know how to follow a GPS, but yet you're driving an 18-wheeler tractor trailer. It just didn't like I said, it just they were getting away with a whole lot, and I seen it. Like it was where I worked. I was like, yo, this. I said, you can't tell me that this person passed the CDL test. There's no way. They can't read. They can't even drive. It's taking them 45 minutes to pull to dock this truck. It's like they learning right here. And I get what you're saying, Jay, and I think to some extent you're absolutely right. But the other part of it is that when you have to deal with something like that, it consumes your work time. Like for me, when I had to be pulled from what I was doing to try to now I done spent a whole hour with this person who don't know how to drive, cannot speak the English, don't know where they supposed to be, they can't read the paperwork, don't know what they supposed to have. They don't even half the time don't be having the paperwork they supposed to have. I gotta call these companies up to find out is this the driver that they supposed to have. It just was a nightmare. It was always a nightmare for me. Yeah, and that's the other part of it, Jay, that we were talking about is that it's cutting the wages of people in America to make money, and that's the real talk. Like honestly speaking, it a lot of a lot of this cross like when they do a lot of this cross docking and stuff like that, and when they do a lot of this cross docking, let's say I get a shipment to go, I ship something that has to go to Florida. Unfortunately, that item might be in California before it go to Florida. And they're looking for trucks that's empty, trying to fill all of these trucks, all of this space and stuff. So hard for a lot of American truckers to really compete with this because these guys are doing this for dirt cheap when they shouldn't even be out there. Word up, what's up? God bless you. God bless you. Let's see what you say, Jane. Yeah, I used to pull out my phone and try to translate, but it was frustrating. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was frustrating. I used to do it. And it was like, man, and now here's the thing, Jay. Like the translation back then was when I was doing it. That was like a few years back, but it was annoying, man. Like I just feel like I feel like if you work in this country, if that's the number one, like if I had to go to China and in order for me to function in China, I'm gonna have to at least know some of their language. I know the technology will translate. We all know that part, but if a person is on a GPS and the GPS is telling them where to go and they don't even know where they're supposed to go because they can't even read what the GPS is saying and understand what the GPS is saying. I'm quite sure the GPS goes in other languages. So it was just to me, it's like I get it, but I get what Jay's saying, and I get that part because I would do it. I would literally use my phone to try to translate. But when you're working for a company and they come back and say, well, why all this ain't done? Why all that ain't done? Man, I spent the whole hour with this driver they sent. They couldn't do it. Didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know how to pack up. He done pulled up, backed up, pulled up, backed up, pulled up, backed up, pulled up, backed up, and never got into the spot. By the time he got in here, we realized he wasn't even supposed to be here. Yeah. I mean, I know what you're saying, Jay, and I get that part. I agree. I mean, I get it, but it was just. I get what you're saying. I just feel like if you live in this country, and even if you got here to some extent, you should learn the language. If I went to China, I would learn. Like if I was to go to China, I would want to know the language. Like I would probably use it as much as I could, but I'd definitely be like, yo, I need to learn this language. Real talk. I need to learn this language. Yeah, I mean, in some rare occasions, I get that part, Jay. Like in some rare cases where you run it. But when I say that was a normal, like, here's the thing. Where I used to work at, it would be maybe, let's say we had 15 drivers come pick stuff up. I can guarantee that 10 of those drivers wasn't American. They was not like bred Americans. And it was like, and that was the frustrating part, because every time I turn around, like, they taking them to the point where a lot of us would be like, man, I don't even want to deal with that, because it was just too frustrating. Yeah, the manifest, like, here's the thing. The manifest might be right? But they're not even supposed to be at my building. That was my point. Or they'll be missing the information. Like, where's your manifest at? Where your bill of lading at? Where you supposed to be picking up? They don't have time to be having this product. Like, this is how bad it used to be. Yeah, it was like, what are y'all doing? Yeah, I get what it just, like, here's the thing. If you don't speak, I feel like if you're driving a tractor trailer in this country, I have to kind of go with what Trump says, is that you should know this language fluently. Now, you might not know English to the extent of like, oh yeah, you're the best English speaking person in the world. Because my English, I speak English, that's my main language, and I still screw up words. But I just think it's complicated. It makes like, for me, if I have a business and I'm shipping stuff, it adds more confusion to it, even though you trying to ship something somewhere, and then you get more confusion because now you got a driver that, number one, can't even pull into a dock. Number two, don't have his paperwork in order, don't even know what he's supposed to be getting. Number three, he confused about where he's going. It just used to be a nightmare. I ain't gonna lie, I'm glad I'm out of it, for real. I'm glad I'm away from it. I don't have to deal with it no more. Yeah, man, it's tough, and I can honestly say it's not going to totally fix the problem, but I just think that him doing that is necessary to some extent. I mean, and I just didn't think he was. I didn't even know he was doing it. Yeah, it is a safety issue. It is, honestly, top to bottom, it is. It's an extremely safety issue, because a lot of these guys wasn't following the rules. That's the whole point. Like, like, to the last video, you're supposed to inspect these trailers that you hauling around. You ain't supposed to just take a trailer and just pick it up and go. You're supposed to look at the condition of these trailers before you decide to go pick up some freight with them. They would get to the dock, and I'm looking at these trailers like, I'm not putting nothing on that trailer. They pull into the dock and look on the back of that thing, man, the floors all rotted out. Yeah, I'm like, the whole floor's rotted out. What the heck? I'm like, bro, did you look at this? I'm not driving no forklift on there. The forklift's gonna go through the floor. Yeah, I agree. I remember. Hey, listen. One time, my buddy was it wasn't me, thank God, but I had to be the brave one to go in and get it out of there. But he drove forklift into one of the trailers. Now, you know the front feet that you set down on the ground. He goes in there, and one of them, I guess it collapsed down, or the pins or whatever that holds it, whatever you call that, it collapsed down. It broke, whatever. The whole trailer went like this because he was the weight of the forklift. Man, he almost had a heart attack. I mean, he got out of there. He was safe. He didn't hurt himself. But imagine you in there and you see that thing move like that. Yeah, it was like. Wow. Now, see, that is something 47 I did not know, is that the accident rate was that high amongst them. I mean, I agree. I would think that would be true, but I did not know it was that bad, like to that level. I didn't know that. Yeah, because they, and listen, and I'm not just saying that's all foreigners. That's anybody that owns a trucking company and you hauling these trailers. You should be expecting your trailers to make sure you ain't got no junk pulling up. Yeah. Yes. Yep. Yeah. These people, these drivers, man. Yeah, they don't take care of these. Listen, they do these. When I say some of the conditions of these trucks, I mean these trailers that will come in here. I used to be like, man, I look at the tires and be like, you gotta be kidding me. There's no meat left on them, none. They look like inner tubes. That's how bald the tires were. They didn't look like tires; they looked like inner tubes. And you want me to throw 20, thousands of pounds on the trailer that the floor is about to ride out. The tires look like inner tubes. They don't even have no meat on them no more. And you want, no, I'm not doing that. It's crazy. Now here, I mean, I don't blame nobody for this one, but all right, where I worked, there was like, we used to we used to ship out medical. It was like medical equipment, so like baby incubators and stuff like that. They would go to other countries, right? So we had the baby incubators, and they had to be like sterilized and all this other stuff when they built these baby incubators. So they boxed up and everything. We've had people pull up in trailers that stunk like fish, like they had just took fish and crap off of it and then clean that trailer out. It reeked of rotted fish. And they want us to put these baby incubators inside of a trailer that reeked with rotted fish. Yeah, I agree with that too. But everybody trying to get it beat. They trying to get around the rules and the regulations and stuff like that. And they just taking their chances and say, oh, if I get caught, I get caught. And I can tell you a lot of these drivers, the ones that I used to come across, I'm like, there's no way you pass that CDL test. Somebody even took it for you, and you driving on someone else's license that you ain't supposed to be, it ain't you. There's something weird that ain't that. Yeah, it's weird, man. Like 47 said, it's like, it's easy to. And like 47 said, if you got 45% of the accidents from tractor trailer accidents is by foreigners, that's a red flag right there. Regardless of how I feel about it, how Billy feel about it, by 47 feel about it, by Jay feel about it. If it's 45% of the accidents that is occurring, because I did not know that neither. Even Jay said he didn't know. 45% of the accidents that are happening with tractor trailer are from foreigners. All right, so why we should have been addressed that issue. The minute we realized that it was 45%, we should have said, "Oh, we should have had all of our. We need to watch these, check these trucks a whole lot more. The state troopers that run these, that be pulling these trailers over on the highway, somebody failing at their job. Because why is this? So why did we get to 45% of the accidents from foreigners, and they got these driving, they out here driving like this? Nah, obviously somebody failing at their job. And like Jay said, who's hiring these people? Because that's one. Who's hiring them and actually allowing them to drive a truck? And I guarantee you that it's some slick stuff they're doing. They just say, I'll take the risk of whatever happens, happens. Wow, on his phone. See, I don't know. I don't. First of all, I don't. It's my understanding as you're a tractor trailer driver, you should not be on your phone. You're supposed to have that headset, from what I understand. Am I right about that? At 47, if you said he would know more than I would. But if you're a tractor trailer driver, you're supposed to have a headset. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I used to be on the highway a whole lot. And I'm gonna be honest with you, when I was on the highway, and I used to say it all the time, I said, man, these people don't care what they do on this highway. Everybody, and I'm not even just saying the tractor trailer drivers. I'm talking about regular drivers too. On these cell phones while they driving, trying to text and do all this other stuff. Bro, if I'm driving, I'll talk to you because I can talk, but I don't need my phone to talk. I talk through the thing. But these people that trying to do all this while they driving and texting and stuff, bro, y'all need to cut that out. I think it was a. You're right. It was. It was a. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I agree with you, Billy. I do. I mean, I know that they have a lot of rules and it shouldn't be they should not be out there driving while they're tired and stuff. But you know how people do. They're gonna try to break the rules. They're gonna try to break the rules. Yeah, and Tracy Morgan is not the same. I definitely don't think he's not. He's definitely suffering from that. Yeah, yeah, they still break them. And like I said, it's just not even just the regular truck drivers and stuff. It's also these regular people that driving these cars, and they don't realize, it's hard enough driving a tractor trailer trying to see everything everybody's doing. Like, it's a lot going on the road, and then you got people that want to be on their phones, weaving in and out of traffic, try to text and drive and all this other stuff. They make it just as hazardous as the tractor trailer drivers that don't know what they're doing. Yeah, so I'm like I said, I have to go with Trump on that one. I agree with him. I really do. That English should be fluent. You should be able to speak English fluently. But I think they have to put the pedal to the metal with some other stuff, man. Like, we're really gonna have. I think they really have to go back and reevaluate some. Go really dig deep with these drivers and find out who's driving these tractor trailers and start cleaning the house and get some of these out of there. Because if we got 45% of these accidents are done by foreigners, then this is a bigger issue than even I knew. And I think the Trump administration might need to look even further into it, because at the end of the day, we don't want to have people that really can't drive tractor trailers out here driving tractor trailers. Yeah, they should be, Jay. You're right. They should. All of those corporate people should be in jail. They should be in trouble. If you let somebody drive your tractor trailer and you know their stuff ain't right, you know they're not qualified, you know they ain't got their paperwork, you know they didn't have the CDL, and you let them drive, your behind should be in jail. That's real talk. If you as a corporation, you allow somebody to drive your tractor trailer, and you know their stuff ain't right, you hire them anyway, and you put them behind the wheel of a car, you just as liable as they are, more so because you let them. Yeah, man, look, it's 45%. That's a big number. Because he rusted rig driver. Yeah. You're right, Jay. I agree with you. You know, when I used the one place we used to do a lot of shipping to the one product we used to get. I mean, we had a big contract with Home Depot, and the good thing about a lot of Home Depot stuff, most of the drivers were JB Hunt drivers because, you know, Home Depot, I think if I'm not mistaken, they purchased JB Hunt, so they all the trailers, so all of the most of 90% of what Home Depot ship is going to be shipped through JB Hunt because they're exclusive to JB Hunt. But once in a while, you'll have a like I think it's Snyder, or sometimes they'll come grab home some of the stuff going out there, or New England Freight. Once in a while we get them. But Home Depot shipment, they didn't touch anything. Everything was already calculated, scanned in. Once they came in, we load the truck, bam, gone. They did everything there. Oh, okay, Billy. I mean, Jay. I'm sorry. I now I know 47. Sometimes you think so. You telling me that foreigners get grants to buy trucks? Is that what you're saying? 45. I mean 47. Are you saying that foreigners get grants to buy trucks when they come over here? Yeah, I know. Yeah, Jay. I know they do third party driving, but they do have them. I know most of theirs was JB Hunt, but the trailers I'm talking about, not the actual drivers. I'm talking about the trailers. The trailers that they have. Yo, that's crazy. Y'all educating me right now. I did not know that they were getting them grants. See, I dealt with the shipping part. Like I dealt with the trucks coming in, going out, doing bill ladings, and stuff like that. I don't drive a tractor trailer. I do have a CDL, but I don't drive a tractor trailer. But I did not know that. Wow. That's crazy. So, as an American citizen, you got to go through heaps and bounds to try to get your hand on a tractor trailer and then go borrow money to get a truck. But meanwhile, you come over here and get grants. I hope the Trump administration put a halt and stop all that. You got to do it like we do it. Earn it. Yeah, Billy, I feel the same way, man. I'm sick of it. And I said this a little while ago in the video. I said, watch what happened now that Trump is in office. Watch how much racist stuff they start spewing out to try to push everybody into this racist thing. I don't care what skin color you are. We all Americans. We all family. And listen, at the end of the day, we got love for each other. And, long as we don't turn into racists. And, we fix us first and, we keep on, and we show love to each other, whether you black, white, Hispanic, whatever case may be, and we keep doing it. Hopefully, eventually they say, you know what? I feel like I'm left out because I'm still acting a fool over skin color. Yes, I feel the same way, Billy. I grew up in North Philly. Predominantly, the people I was around was mostly black, but that didn't mean anything, man. I look at people based on your character and your integrity, and if you're a good, decent person, hey, we good. That's it. If you're a decent person, I'm good. Yeah. See, right there, Jay, this is the stuff that I hate, man. Like, all right, so the entity gets the money, and then they hire less qualified drivers. And see, this is the scamming stuff that gets under my skin. And now I know you're right about that part, Jay. I know you 100% right about that. Because I know companies I've heard of companies that do that. They take the money, the grants, and get all this money, and then turn around and hire less qualified people, and then they keep this money. Yeah, I don't listen. I'm all for immigration. Like 47 said the other video, I'm for immigration. I'm okay with people coming from other countries if you do it the way it's supposed to be done. Now, if you go through that process, I'm good with that. Now, what I don't like is when y'all start giving favoritism to people that come over another country. Yeah, you here, you went through the process. Okay, you gotta go out there and make it happen like everybody else over here in this country. Because y'all taking my tax dollars and helping other people when I can use my tax dollars to help myself. That's crazy. Billy, man, that's why I love, like, honestly speaking, y'all, that's why I love doing this. I love when we get together, 47, Billy, Jay, top to bottom, all of us, because if you look at everybody's channel, we all from different races. We all from different races. You know what I mean? So we're not supporting each other because, oh, he's a black guy and we're all black and we're going to go to the black guy's channel or Jay. I'm sorry about that, but it's a little hot in here. All right. So, I ain't got no air on. It's a little hot, but yeah, as far as, we supposed to embrace each other. We're all Americans. We got to embrace each other. And we can't let that racism win. And that's real talk. We can't let it win. So we got to make sure that we check it whenever we see the check it. No, we're not doing that. We're Americans. No, we're not doing that. We're Americans. No, we're not doing that. We're Americans. Because if we would have to, if we was to Jay. If we was to if we had to go to defend our country right now, we would not care who was black and who was white. We wouldn't care. We all be like, nope, we got to go to work. We got to save our country. And the enemy is not going to care what your skin color is. They just going to attack. That's right. We all bleed. I 47. I'm with you that way. Listen. If I didn't know no better, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Growing up, I ain't know no better. I ain't gonna say I hated any other races. I didn't. It wasn't even about that. I just did not embrace the country that I was born in because I wasn't raised in an environment that told me to embrace it. But then one day, but at some point I woke up and realized that, you know what, now I got to do whatever I want to do in this country. This country is great. Y'all kiss my behind. I ain't been, yeah, we got some racist people in America. We get that. On all sides, we got racist people. But you know what? I don't give them the energy that they look for. I'm not giving them the energy that they're looking for. And I'm sorry. I refuse to give y'all the energy that y'all looking for. Y'all can play that game all y'all want to. I'm not going to give the energy that y'all looking for because I've been helped by every race, and I have helped every race. I've shake hand with every race. I've hugged every race. I've been friends with every race. I don't have, honestly speaking, I didn't have a lot of white friends. I didn't grow up with white people around my neighborhood. All my friends were black. Every friend that I ever had was black growing up. And that's just because of where I lived. It had nothing to do with, oh, I don't want to be friends with nobody. All my friends are white, black. Now, I had a few Hispanic friends because there was a lot of Hispanic people lived in my neighborhood too. But most of my friends were black, and then a couple of Hispanics because they would live not too far from me. I didn't, then I got a couple of I got one white friend, honestly. Other than y'all on my lives, those that are, I got one, like, and we got cool from YouTube, and we don't talk to each other every day, but he's cool. He's a friend of mine. If he call me up, we talk, bust it up. If he text me, we bust it up. Once in a blue, we get together, whatever case may be, a good dude. You know what I mean? And Hispanics, I got a couple of Hispanic friends, but I don't talk to them like that. But I got most of my friends are black because that's just where I grew up at. That's it. Had nothing to do with anything else, but that's just where I grew up at. But I have no problem with nobody. I worked around different races all the time. Where I worked at, most of us it was variation of every race. It was Chinese, Hispanic, white, black, Puerto Rican, Mexican. I worked around a lot of different races, so it don't matter to me. If you're either a good person or you're not. That's where I'm at. Yeah. Hey, y'all, I want y'all to know something. Jay don't like handouts. Hey, Jay don't like. I don't like handouts neither. But Jay, you know how somebody you can tell with something a little bit passionate, they're a little bit more. It gets under their skin a little bit more than the average person. Now, I'm gonna say Jay. Yeah, Jay don't like. I thought Jay really don't like handouts. I'm with him on that though. I'm joking around, but I'm also with him on that one. I don't like him either. I don't like it either. I don't like them either. I'm gonna tell you why handouts is bad all the way across the board. Now, here's my point to that. Now, I'm gonna look at it from the biblical perspective. The Bible says if a man don't work, he shouldn't eat. That's what the Bible says. That's what the Bible says. Now, at first I looked at that and I didn't realize, I didn't really consume what it was saying. The point to that I believe that the Bible was saying is that if you don't work, you should not eat, because the Bible don't want you people being lazy. And it talks about slothfulness and all these types of things that's in the Bible talk about. God wants us to be productive people. So sometimes when I see people that's not productive, I see why you in the circumstances that you in, because you ain't doing nothing. You lazy. You don't want to work. You want somebody to hand it. So I got a problem with handouts too. Same for you, my brother. Billy, we ain't got nothing but love for you, brother, man. We hope that all is well, man. I hope everything is good, man. I hope God pour his blessing on your life that you don't have room to receive it. I hope God bless you so much that it overtakes you, that you got to, you know what, I got to make room for this. I got to get this away. I got to bless other people because I got too much coming towards me. And I pray health, wealth, and strength in your family, and all that good stuff. And that's for everybody, not just Billy. Yes, yeah. I got a buddy of mine, very close friend of mine, right? And me and him was having a conversation about what happened was he was talking to me about Micro Glimpse. God bless you. God bless you. Welcome in. Welcome in. If you want to slide, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Micro Glimpse If y'all haven't followed Micro Glimpse, please check their channel out. Believe me when I tell you, you appreciate that. You appreciate it. They got a good channel if y'all haven't already. But, once in a while, y'all going to see them pop up here and there. But, I try to jump on their channel when I can. They do a lot of late night stuff. I'll be asleep. But, like I said, very good channel. You're going to get some stuff out of that. You're going to get some information out of that. But, I appreciate it when we all support each other because we're all on this journey together. Really do. So if you're on this live, Micro Glimpse TV, please check their channel out. Give them a follow if you haven't already. Hold up 1 second. Jay, you funny, man. Like all right, so back to the story about my butt. No problem, Micro. No problem at all, man. Hopefully God is blessing your life. Here's the thing about my buddy. So me and him having this conversation. Let me get back to the story. And after I tell the story, okay, cool. Appreciate you, Jay. But yeah, sorry about that. I don't know. It said something happened. It went, the live went kind of weird. But yeah, my friend was just like, he was just telling me about the people just, draining them and need help for this, help for that. And I said, bro, you got to let them know that you're not their source. God is. I said, you can't let people drain you. I said, man, I used to be that person, man, think that you're supposed to help everybody. But in reality, there's nothing wrong with helping people, being blessing and stuff like that. I said, but they have to see your source where you go. You go to God for your source. They got to go to God for their source. I said, because if they see you, they're going to keep using you. And I said, my thing is that you work hard for yours. You bust your behind for yours. You're doing everything you can do to build a life in you. I said, and then they not doing nothing. They lazy. They irresponsible. They spending their money doing whatever they want to do because they know they can come get help from you. But I said, but the minute you shut them down and say, listen, you're going to have to go to the source I go to, which is God, I guarantee you they'll leave you alone. You better learn how to say no. Just so y'all know, Jay is following everybody. And if y'all get a chance to, please go follow Jay's channel, Bone Crusher, on YouTube. Just click his channel. He's in the beginning stage of his channel, and please follow his channel so he can help him grow. And me and him got a second show we got to do soon. Yeah, yeah, I do. I'm at to send the monkeys. Jay, you need to send me some of your monkeys, man. Because I know you keep them on your roof. Make sure your stuff good. But yeah, I told him, man, I said, man, you can't. I said, people don't work and they don't want to be lazy and they don't want to do anything. You got to leave them to that. They got to want it just as bad as you want it. I said, you get up and you go to work, bust your behind. Sometimes this brother put in 10, 12 hours a day. And for somebody who ain't want to sit around and wait for you to hand, let them make them go out there and get it themselves. I said, if they go get it themselves, they'll see God and not see you. You see that, Jay? Jay, when you get a chance, post your what's your name? Your YouTube channel, because everybody trying to fight. There you go. You just put it up. Micro. I would love one day we can get together and do a live together too. I would appreciate it if we could. If you ever think about it. I don't know what the subject would be, but I know you talk, finances or whatever. For those that's trying to follow Jay, that's his he's right there. Micro, I appreciate it. His family is growing, y'all. Y'all know that, right? We growing. We growing. Everybody, we growing. We all growing together. But his family, the family that we all get together when we talk. We talk politics. We talk money. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. We get together. We talk money. We talk this. We talk that. Yeah, we do. I do talk my politics, but honestly, a lot of I talk. We talk more than just politics here. We talk politics. We talk money. We talk guns. We talk life stuff, life stories, stuff like that. We just, we mix it up well enough to keep it all, to bring in other topics other than just, politics. But I felt like today I had to talk about it because I would just, watching Trump's speech, it just kind of took me back. Just watching Trump's speech. So it kind of took me back. Like, wow, I remember when he was campaigning and stuff like that. It was like you was watching the campaign speech. He about to win this election all over again. Yeah. Yeah, man. But, we doing it, man. We doing it. But, I'm here ready to get up out of here. Michael Guns, I appreciate you jumping in. I'm Jay. I appreciate you. 47. Appreciate you coming in. Billy, top to bottom, hair and skincare. Just so y'all know, I got my stuff. I know, Jay, you probably saw that I got my stuff, but I got my soap and got my oil. Appreciate y'all. I can't wait to use it. I cannot wait to use it. I mean, yeah, I love the rally, man. It kind of took me back, and I enjoyed watching it, and I enjoyed to watch it. So it was just to see Trump in that atmosphere again. I think he enjoyed it probably more than anybody because he got to do what I think that's his. Trump really likes that. He's like, I think he likes the rallies and stuff, and I think somewhere along the line he kind of missed that too. Yeah. I appreciate you, Mike. I appreciate it, Michael. I really do. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate you. Really. You do too. I check your channel as often as I can. I try to get over there, watch your videos. I'll clip you once in a while too. I see something on there I like, I'm clipping it. Yeah, I'm ready to get out of here. Yeah, I think so too, man. Because I think it just re-energized them. Honestly, I think Trump doing that rally yesterday and re-energized him and said, it's time to go to work again. He probably ran out there and started signing executive orders soon as it was over with. But yeah, God bless y'all, man. Like I always say, if you don't have Jesus Christ in your life, please get to know him. Please make him first and foremost in your life. Everything that we talk about, regardless, it don't mean anything if we don't have God in our life, and that's real talk. If you're still on this live, I'm getting ready to get out of here. Please hit the like button for a brother. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Remember this, man. You know what I mean? We don't give racism the middle finger. We all family. Give racism the middle finger. And anybody try to attack you with racism and try to make it a big deal, shut it down. We're not gonna let racism win. We're gonna all come together. We're gonna help Trump make America great again in our own small way. And I believe that with everything that's in me. God bless everybody. I appreciate y'all hanging out with a brother. Don't take none of y'all time for granted. I appreciate every single bit of it. Yes. Share with the family. Appreciate it. Everybody, as we come in, please check each other's channels out. Support each other. Listen, before I get off, man, this other thing. Make sure you check out each other's channel. And do me a favor, and this is real talk. For those that follow each other, watch the channel. Watch the full videos. Watch the whole video. Real talk. Because a lot of people on these lives and stuff like that, and they put a lot of work into this stuff. And if you can watch the whole full video, because people they trying to get their channels up, They're trying to get their watch hours up and stuff like that. So do the best thing you can do. If you're on somebody's channel, if you go click a video on their channel, let the video play. Watch the whole video. You might miss something. You might learn something. You might gain something. And that's real talk. You know what I mean? But again, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And y'all know how I always say, y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. Peace!